Remember, the only thing that you've put in the ballot secrecy envelope is your ballot. The other things, the authorization form and your ID, are just held up against it and then put inside this envelope, and then you can seal it and drop this directly into a box. Hi, this is Doug Sharp, host of the National Leadership Briefing, and this is the Midweek Touchpoint. Well, we are going to continue Operation Red Flag. We are executing a mission within a plan to exercise maximum influence within a major political party here in our nation. We are now at what we call the deployment stage of Operation Red Flag. If you will recall, 87 days before the deadline for getting a membership in the party and to be eligible to vote for the leader of that party, 87 days before that deadline, we were recruiting. That is Operation Red Flag. That's the R in red. Then we were equipping. That's when we made sure that we knew exactly who the candidates were for the next stage, making sure that we were communicating our views and values to each of the candidates, making sure they knew what our priorities were. And then, of course, the final one is the deployment stage. That's the D in Operation Red Flag. And that is the deployment stage when you and I receive our ballots in the mail. Well, we are at the deployment stage now, and I made a commitment to you that I was going to walk this road with you, and here I am. I, like you, because we are capitalizing on this opportunity, have received my ballot package in the mail. Now, many of you have probably received this already, and if you haven't filled them out, then you want to stick around and watch the rest of this video. If you have friends that are also participating in your sphere of influence in this process that have questions and still have not filled out their ballot, I encourage you to stay on this video and share this with them. But this is the ballot package. This is what we have been waiting for. This is why we did what we did, was because someone is going to decide who the leader of the Conservative Party of Canada is. Someone is going to decide who could become the next prime minister of our nation. And you and I made the decision that it was going to be us. We are going to make that decision. And so now we have a tool in our hands to exercise our influence, and it cost us $15. That's a pretty darn good dollar value for what it is you get for your money. Now, you and I are doing this alongside 670,000 other Canadians who have decided to participate in this process. So there are 670,000 members that are eligible to vote. The truth is, probably somewhere between half and 3/4 of them are going to be sending their ballots back in. Many of them often leave these and forget these and just don't even bother. That's not you and I. We didn't do this to leave this ballot package sitting on a desk somewhere unopened. So we're going to open it right now, and I'm going to walk you through filling it out to make sure that we don't make any mistakes. Our goal, 100% of the people that participate in Operation Red Flag are going to be exercising their influence. No one gets left behind in this exercise. So let's grab an opener here and just get started. This is for people who don't already have it filled out or have friends they want to share this video with. You can go ahead and do that. All right, so we're going to take the ballot package out. Make sure that you keep it all together. You can take this envelope here, the ballot, and close the outside envelope, and you can just toss it away. You won't need that again, okay? Now, what you're going to have here is you're going to have the very first thing that you're going to notice here is this statement right here. It says, sign the declaration form at the bottom of this page. So this is, if they're going to put that in bold in the very beginning, let's do that right now. So make sure you don't keep all this together. I'm going to set this down, but make sure you keep this together. So I'm going to open this part of the package up, and I'm going to see there's a signature panel right there on the bottom. So I'm going to grab a pen right here, and I'm going to sign that because it tells me in big black letters to do that. Okay. So now there, you see it signed. There it's signed right there on the bottom of the form. Okay. All right. So we got that done. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to take a look and see on this number 1, there's a page with a number 1 on it. Always a good place to start is number 1. So we're going to open that up, and it's going to say on it, it's going to say, okay, instructions. In order of preference, rank your choices for leader of the Conservative Party of Canada. A ballot is valid if it has at least one candidate selected. So when you open that up, you're going to see all of these different choices here. Now, remember, the first column is your first choice. So you're only going to mark one. You're going to take a pen and you're going to fill in that circle as black as you can get it without going too far outside the lines. Try and keep it tight. And also keep in mind that Patrick Brown is not on, they printed these before the disqualification of Patrick Brown. So just ignore that line. You don't have to deal with it at all. You can just ignore it all the way across. Just don't waste your vote and vote for a guy who's not even in the contest. All right, so you got 5 choices of who is your number one person. Now you can then use the voters guides that we provided. We've got the It Starts Right Now, or Right Now's organization. We sent that out last week. I'll include it in a link again here. We also have For My Canada. Fatine did a fantastic one you can use. There's videos that I've done with Scott and Fatine. Lots of information out there, so you should be able to make your choice as to who's your first choice, your second, your third. Now, if you only want to do one, that's fine too. I told you it's up to you what you do. But what I said was just make sure you get this ballot filled out the way you want to fill it out based on the information that you have, because you're an informed voter, and make sure we get this done. So you're gonna fill that out first. That's the first page. That's the instructions for the first page. Okay. So now the second, look for the next page, which is the page with the number 2 on it, and see what we've got there. Okay. Number 2 is called the ballot secrecy envelope. Now, it's what's important about this is that you read right on this front page part here, there's instructions here as to exactly how you're supposed to handle this ballot secrecy envelope. So let's read it. Let's go through it. Complete the ballot marked number 1 and insert it into this ballot secrecy envelope, ensuring that the riding name shows through the window to the right. Okay, see that window right there? That's the window they're talking about. So we've just filled out the ballot, and I haven't done it yet myself, but I'm going to. So we've just taken that ballot, and we're going to take it once it's filled out, and we're going to insert it into this envelope here. You see how I've got the 1 and the 2 facing up. I'm going to take the 1 and I'm going to put it right in the envelope, just like this. I'm going to slide it right in. Now, as I slide it in, I'm going to notice that there is, oh, there we go. I'm going to notice that as I slide it in, that the name of the riding that I reside in, where I live, Central Okanagan, Similkameen, Nicola, and then the number of the riding, 59005, that can be seen clearly through this. That means that you have done it correctly. Now, once we've done that, we're just going to take a look at the numbers. The second thing it says sign and detach the declaration form. An unsigned declaration form will result in a spoiled ballot. So they have said to now take that signed declaration form. Remember, this is the form that we signed as soon as it came out. This one here, that's got the number 3 on it. We're going to take this. There's a little perforation here on the bottom. We're going to detach this signed part of the declaration form. So you got this top part and the bottom part. We're going to take this and just put it aside, throw it away. We're going to hold on to this. And then we're going to take that and just hold it behind. Don't put it in the envelope. Just hold it behind there. And then it says photocopy one of your pieces of identification that provides your photo, name, and address. Now, the perfect one to use, of course, is your driver's license. So if you got a driver's license, that's great. So here's mine. I photocopied mine. Again, I'm just going to put it there, just make sure I've got everything together. All right. And the next one is insert this sealed ballot secrecy envelope. That's the first one. The signed declaration form. That's this one here, with the number 3 signed declaration form. And it says here, insert the photocopying of your identification. Okay. So now I got all of these 3 things together. Now you got to lick this envelope and seal it first, right? Now, I'm not going to do that because I've still got to fill out the ballot, but I've got 3 separate pieces of paper marked 2, 3, and then I've got my ID right here. Okay. So then I've got going to take number 4 item. You see that number 4? This is your return envelope. It's postage paid. You don't have to put a stamp on it, but I'm just going to take all of those things and I'm going to put it into the postage paid envelope. Remember, the only thing that you've put in the ballot secrecy envelope is your ballot. The other things, the authorization form and your ID, are just held up against it and then put inside this envelope, and then you can seal it and drop this directly into a box. Now, this all has to be done with an understanding that it needs to be in the party's hands in Ottawa, because look at this, it's going all the way to Ottawa, no matter where you are. It's got to be received in good order by September the 6th, because they're going to announce the winner on September 10th. So don't waste any time in getting this back into the mail. Now, if you have any questions beyond that of what I've just shown you here, then you can refer to some of the notes that we've got below from previous midweek touch points and previous national leadership briefings. But this should be help you get the ballot completed and in the mail in good form so that your ballot is counted. Now, get it in quickly is my encouragement, so you make sure that you're that there's no question about it. All right. Now, this is what I also want you to be thinking about too, is that as you are doing this yourself, check around, because you and I were mobilized within this entire process to help other people. Like, for example, my wife's is right here. My mother-in-law's is right here. Like check with all the people around you that you mobilize during this process and help them to get their ballot back in the mail as well. We want 0 people left behind. Every single person that was touched with this process, every person that was granted this additional political party authority and exercise their influence, we want them to combine it, add it to ours. But if their ballot's sitting on their side table at home on September the 11th, we're just not doing it the right way. So get in touch with all those people, promote, encourage the return of the ballots, and offer to assist them either by sending this video to them right away or by doing it, just sitting down with them yourself if they're in your immediate sphere of influence, like, of course, my wife and my mother-in-law is. So anyway, I hope that's helpful for today. I thank you so much for participating. It's been an exciting road. We're also going to be, as I say, moving forward with the United Conservative Party leadership election race, and that deadline is August the 12th. For our friends in Alberta, remember, you need to get your membership in that party by August the 12th if you want to receive a ballot and exercise influence like we're about to crush it within the Conservative Party of Canada federally. So, all right, we're looking forward to getting together with you again next time. Remember, we've got an upcoming midweek touch point before the next national leadership briefing, so you will be hearing from me. But until then, God bless you, God bless your family, and may God continue to bless this great nation of Canada. Bye for now.